about confined space we are going to start. And mostly, in the exam, if you are going to anywhere, previously I have experienced that some people, they came here and they also given the information about this, that mostly people in the interview, they are asking about the confined space. This is a very important and some critical thing coming in the confined space. For this purpose, we always keep in our mind, we understand what is a confined space. Okay? And basic, I'm showing to you, sometimes we have a very light confined space, there is not too much hazards and sample area, there is not a very high risk. And but that area is maybe possible to we go there, but still, when we consider any area that is a confined space, we must follow the all rules, regulation and all requirements. Okay? We comply there, everything which one is required. But sometimes is not dangerous. But not dangerous is also still, we are going to confined space, we follow to these all things. We have a practical after the decision, and during this training, everybody understand the basic three types of confined space. Level 1 confined space, level 2 and level 3. The level 1 confined space, it means very dangerous. The level 2, it's low dangerous. And the level 3, that one is, there is no risk, not too much, but we follow the instruction only. We follow the HSE rules. What is the rules of the HSE? That one we follow to there. But some critical confined space, for example, level 1, it means that one is very highly risky and there is too much dangerous or difficult to rescue the person. For that purpose, first we inform to our ISD department, Industrial Security Department, our rescue team. We inform to them how many people they allow to us, we enter to their people, and then after that when we are entering to their immediate, first we contact to IST department and we inform to them, okay, we are now proceeding our confined space activity. We are now sending the people inside the confined space, we give the information to them because they are ready. Maybe something happen inside, they immediately reach to there and they rescue to our people. Understand? For example, we are going inside the vessel, we are going to Dune. At that area is very dangerous zone. At that area there are maybe some gases are there, some difficult area or critical area, which one is very difficult to take out the person if there's something happens. Some sharp edge, some sound value is very high, like this. And for that purpose, when we are going to there, we must keep our mind and we must proceed to that type of, can you switch on that projector? And the session rules, they all get it from Quran, which one already I discussed with you. My teacher, when I attended a training at last day, he is asking to me, where is the MSDS for human being? Everything, all chemicals have a MSDS, but where is the MSDS for human being? And we did not reply. And he said, the human being creator, he given the MSDS. Yani who is the creator of human being? Allah. And Allah given to us. Where is given? Where is the written that MSDS? Quran Azim. Okay, they all HSE rules they get it from Quran and Hadith. The one event happened in the near to hill of Ohd, Jabal Ohd. Yes. Everybody know? Yes. There is one more small hill, that one is called Jabal Rumada. The Rumada hill. And our Prophet ﷺ, they assigned the 50 people there, stay there, and they assigned to them, you take arrow and stay here. If anybody is coming to there, inform to us and also attack to them. 50 people. But some people they come down, and then after that, we get it at too much loss. Khalid bin Walid, he came back and he seen there is nobody, and they attack again, and then the Islam already win that defeat, that fight, but they are again defeated by that enemy's party. And then this one is lesson for us, the whole world. You must follow the instruction of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number one. Number two, if this one is, they get it a rule. The non-Muslim people, they get it a rule. If somebody is in the confined space, the standby man never move from there. Now this is a rule written in the law of HSE. If somebody is standing at the confined space, standby man, he never entered to there. He not escape from that area. This is a strictly rule. Now they get it from the Islam. And today we have a topic confined space. The confined space people, they are inside, they don't know what's happening outside. Clear now? Same, this is happening. Because the people, they are collecting to their remaining material. Okay, Male Ganimat. And at that time, immediate, they come back, that enemy is faulty, and again they attack to there because they don't know what's happening. They don't know that somebody is coming from outside. Because already they signed us, some people there, Jabal Rumada. But they came, they also joined to these all other remaining people, and then after that we win that fight, but again we defeated. This is a rule. Now all national, the non-Muslim, they understand, but sometimes we are doing a mistake again. But we must be keep our mind, we must be followed to this rule. Now I am showing to you about the presentation, how we are going to cover to these all things. There is some basic thing, which one is we require, okay? Now first I am giving to you that area, which area we get at this rule, okay? That this one is Jabal Uhud. I am showing to you. This is a Jabal Uhud. You can see. Yes. This is that hill. Yes, which one I am talking to you.
ये जंगलों है, जंगलों जो है यहाँ पे हुई थी और जंगलों के दौरान नबी साहब जो है वहाँ पीछे जहाँ पे ये पहाड़ ज़्यादा किया हुआ है यहाँ पे नीचे अगर बहुत सारे सांस हो ये मैं जूम करके बताता हूँ ये गार है यहाँ पे भी लोग जा रहे हैं तो यहाँ पे अफसर तशरीफ फरमा हुए थे और उसके बाद फिर दोबारा यहीं से बाहर चंद सभा के साथ दोबारा जो है पीछे आए को फिर दोबारा यहाँ से भाग गए ये मुझे बोले बहुत है
Yeah, this one is lesson. That one, that area, the front side, but completely videos, we cannot run to here because we have some training, full training. We are going to start that. And only we have an idea, we get it, these are our material. This is belong to Islam. The Islam giving to us this idea, these are things. But sometimes we forget to these things, we are not following, and other people they are going to follow. And the confined space training is very important for us, for the training purpose, for the interview purpose, and for our own knowledge. Because, you know, where is the confined space example? I am giving you sample definition of this confined space. Any area which one is not suitable for human occupancy. Human occupancy. That one is called confined space.
So any area?
Any area which one is not suitable for human occupancy, that one is called confined space. For example, if you are going to some area, which area is not suitable for us, we cannot stay there. And long term, we cannot stay there. That area is called confined space. Some site, which one is not suitable for us, and we not stay too much time there, it means that area is confined space. Clear or no?
Yes, sir.
Then you are going to explain to somebody or getting some details, some definition, make by use your own words. It means you understand. Don't copy to which one I am telling to you. You keep in mind simple. आपको ये बता रहा हूँ उसकी इंग्लिश आप खुद बनाओ क्या कि कोई ऐसा एरिया जो इंसानों के रहने के लिए नॉर्मल लाइफ के लिए एनवायरनमेंट नहीं है, नॉर्मली वो इंसानों के रहने की जगह नहीं है, तो उस जगह पे अगर किसी आदमी को जाना पड़ रहा है तो वो एरिया कन्फाइंड स्पेस है, वो एक्टिविटी कन्फाइंड स्पेस होगी. दैट एक्टिविटी इज कॉल्ड कन्फाइंड स्पेस एक्टिविटी. बट फॉर दिस पर्पज वी नीड द कन्फाइंड स्पेस एंट्री परमिट. व्हाट वी नीड confined space. If we are going to that area, we must be get the first confined space entry permit. If we have some work there, we are doing some activities there, then we can get the two permit. One permit for the entry permit, the second permit we are getting for the job. For example, there is a basic, we have a 4 type of permit in international rules, Aramco rules. They are cold work permit, hot work permit, and confined space entry permit, and gas release permit. Gas release permit. Basic 2 permit. How many permits? Two. One is a cold work, one is a hot work. The other two, they are permissions, they are approval. First approval, confined space in D. This permit allowed to us enter to there only. We cannot work. That permit only allowed to us enter there. Entry permit. The second one, gas release also permission. But some activities we are doing there, then we get the other one also. For example, we get a permit, gas release permit. But what we do there? We are going to open the line, then we need the LEO also. If we are cutting the line, then we need the hot work permit. If we are painting or something doing to there, then we need the cold work. It means basic two permit, cold work and hot work. But we consider a 4 permit. How much 4 permit? 4 permit. Cold work permit, hot work permit, confined space entry permit and gas release permit. Now one more thing I clear to you here. If we are passed in the exam as a permit receiver or permit issuer, at that time we can receive the 4 permit if we are getting 100% marks then. How much? 4. If we are getting a 100% marks, we pass in 100%, then we can get the 4 permit. We are a permit receiver, we can get 4 permit. Same like issuer. If the issuer pass in the exam in the 100% marks, then the issuer can get the 4 permit. Issue the 4 permit. Okay? For this purpose, we need the proper training, permit issuer receiver training. This one is later on we can discuss when we start the topic permit. But basic thing, which one is we are going to discuss today about the confined space training. Confined space training, it's very important. If we are going to confined space, any confined space, for example, we have a confined space, after that we have a practical. We are going to there first week attending a training. For example, you started today. Yes, if you are a success in this training, after that we have a test, interview, everything. If you are passed in the confined space training, and then we are issuing to you badge, certificates or signature or something, when you are passed, then you can work in the confined space. Otherwise, you never enter to confined space if you are not success in this training. Clear? Yes. After this training, we have a test, and that test showing to us, oh, this person is competent now, he can work to there. Without this, nobody can enter to confined space. If we are a safety officer, we check the people. If they have a confined space training, they attended, there is sometimes we are putting a sticker there at the helmet. If we see there is a sticker at his own helmet, maybe somebody changed the helmet and taken the other people, borrow the helmet from anybody. Then we check his passport, safety passport. Or we can check this the safety check sheet. There is a signature or something, okay, we can allow to him, okay, please enter to there because you are qualified. Like this training is very important for the confined space. If anybody is responsible for that area, the confined space supervisor, entry supervisor attended, he is checking to these documents, then he allows the people enter to that area. And the standby man, he is getting a proper signature from them. He is making a proper roster list. If the people they are attended, they are going to inside, they must be signed. When they are coming back, they are also signing to there. Without this, nobody can enter to there. If the project manager, director or anybody or trainer, if he is going to there, if he did not attend, he is not signing to there, the standby man can stop it. Without standby man permission, nobody can enter to confined space. Nobody can. If he is coming out, must be get signature again. If he enter to there, he gets signature from them. Without this, he not allowed to enter or come out. It's clear? Yes, sir. The other thing, the standby man, he have all numbers, all and holding also alarm. He is holding fire extinguisher in outside, but he not allowed to take anything. Sometime, if the confined space we have some critical, there is some gases or something, then we need also one more person who is the watchman. The watchman for what purpose? Because who is holding to breathing line. Sometimes in confined space maybe oxygen deficiency is there and the people cannot breathe easily. Then we need the breathing line. But mostly confined space inside you can get this type of breathing line. And the people if they are going to inside the confined space, they are holding a escape bottle. self-escape bottle, and they can put to this self-contained breathing apparatus or that SCABA, and then after that they can use to there. For example, I'm showing to you, this one is our small respirator, breathing mask. And when we are using to this respirator, they will also have a proper line. We have a button, that button we fix to there and hold with our pocket, and when we are going to inside, after that we change to this connection with the breathing line, and we can breathe there. How much time we are working to there, we can breathe. But the only escape purpose we use to this one. And the other thing, if we have some rescue team or emergency team, then we are using a SCABA, self-contained breathing apparatus, which one you seen before. And that one also we have during the escape purpose, we can utilize to their self-contained breathing apparatus. And this type of devices we use to there in the training also and in the confined space. Without this we cannot. The watchman, clear now? Yes. One is a watchman who is holding to these breathing lines and the cylinder. Sometimes we are using a compressor there inside, but at that time we are using a breathing line. Who is checking to there outside, the gauge is equal, everything is well, the people they can breathe easily. That person called watchman only. What's the name? Watchman. But inside the confined space, if we have some hot work activity, for example grinding, cutting or sandblasting or something inside the confined space, then we need one more person who is watching the fire activity. There is a cause of ignition. Maybe the fire can start to that area. For that purpose, we need the one more person who called fire watchman. What is the name of that person? Fire watchman. Fire watchman. Then it's been, we assign 3 people. One is a watchman who is watching the breathing equipment, breathing lines. Yes. Okay. The second one is standby man who is attendant of that area, who is taking a signature from the people. He is standing, continue there. He is a communicate with the workers. Continue communicate with the workers who is attendee. Who is the attendee there? How many people they are inside? They are called attendee. They are all inside, and standby man always contact with them. If there's something happen, he say, hello mister, how are you? You are fine? Again the people reply, yes, we are well, by mouth. If sometimes they are inside deep area or far area, then they can contact with the Bravo, mobiles or any other device. He can contact, are you well? They are replying, yes. You well? Yes. Continue. Not only after 10 minutes or 5 minutes, maybe within 1 minute person can expire. By this, continue, he is in contact. If the visible, he can look to them. No need to speak anything because he can see in the small confined space. If there is some deep area, dark area, he can use the rope. He hold the rope in hand, outside, inside the people, they can hold the rope. Continue, he pull, then they push. They pull, push, like this. Continue with the contact. If he pull and the people, they cannot reply, immediately start the alarm and inform to his supervisor and contact with the rescue. Because why not they reply? There is not allowed to joke anything. They cannot play. Half playing is not allowed in anywhere. Clear? By this reason we have a plenty here. If anybody doing any horse playing or something, because we make the change our mind. We take everything in seriously. Yesterday you seen some accident happen here. But if somebody not get it serious, it means that person have a plenty, but we did not find any person who is not thinking about this is a serious. If the people they are thinking, oh, this one is joke or not a serious, it means they are going to expire inside. Okay? But this is we not allowed to anybody think anything is a joke or something. No. This is not allowed to any job site, any work site, and especially in confined space. Nobody can play. Okay, sometimes we use to this whistle. Okay, if we give the shout in the whistle, if somebody is going to there or something. Okay, for example, we are going to, the person is inside the confined space, he is holding a vessel. Inside also the person who is inside, he can use to this. He gives the shout. Inside people again, they can say, continue, they have a communication. Okay? If he not receive the reply of that person, it means the person is unconscious or something happened with him. Maybe oxygen deficiency, maybe H2S release, maybe post gene is there, or any other harmful chemicals or something. Or person is fell down or slip, trip, something. Immediately he calls the rescue. And if the somebody is inside unconscious, the standby man cannot enter to there. What he do? He must be called for the help. And why not he is going to there?
Because he is standby man and he is not allowed to.
First thing, he is a standby man. The second thing, if the person is unconscious inside the confined space, he is spread out, then they become two.
Yes, sir.
If he is going to there, then become two. He is also killing to himself.
Yes, sir.
He is staying outside. Then after that, if the other person, standby man, can replace the standby man. Standby man can replace the standby man. If the something happened, the person knows the rescue, how we can rescue. Yes, call the other standby man. Then after that he can go. But outside must be one person.
Yes, sir.
How many examples of confined space do anybody have idea? For example, in water tank in our home, everybody have? That one is confined space.
Yes, sir.
The vehicle, fuel tanker, confined space.
The tunnel.
Pipelines, confined space. Tunnels, confined space.
Store
Okay?
above
The store, upside, confined space. If somebody is going to there, sitting to this area, it means that is a confined space, limited access and egress.
Yes.
Not oxygen deficiency. Not other thing, but this area is not suitable. This is not access. Anybody can sleep here?
No.
It means continue, you cannot sleep. Continue, you cannot stay there. It means this is a confined space, limited access and egress. Confined space. Slippery place, confined space. Wires are electric cables. This one is confined space. We consider this one. Because we stuck here.
Yes.
Some wires or something. Okay?
Yes.
Not this is a limited area. Maybe we can trip if the some wires not arranged properly. Okay, some tripping hazards like this, or some electric shock inside the manhole, some joints. That area is confined space. Clear?
Yes.
And that area you seen in the back side, that one is confined space. Because not a proper access, nothing. If we are going inside from here, in the downwards, it means this is a confined space. And for this, we need the standby man. We need the proper requirement. Which one is required there? Confined space entry permit we require. Standby man we require. And which type of activities we are going to there. Then also we need the two permits if we are going to inside from there. Because not a proper access, not a proper place to stay there, continue. Okay? By access, this is not suitable. We consider this area confined space. For the basic requirement about the confined space, if we are going to excavation, we are excavated to some area. When we reach to there 1.2 meter, 1.2 meter, that area we consider a confined space.
Yes, sir.
Before 1.2 meter, we will not consider. We say, okay, this is excavation, normal excavation. But when we reach to 1.2 meter,
This is confined
yes,
space.
change the mode, everything we need. Standby man, we need the confined space, permit, entry permit. We need the all requirement, which one is we are utilizing there in the confined space. Okay? Now we are trying to proceed. Read first slide. What's the result?
What's the
Chemical?
material or chemical?
Yeah, we are and that area is very dangerous thing. Phosgene. Yes. Phosgene is a very dangerous material, very dangerous chemical in the world.
Yes, sir.
This is a phosgene.
Phosgene.
But that one we
Sir,
can.
this is chemical or gas?
This one become a gas.
Gas?
Yeah.
Wait, sir.
Second. Yes, please. Start with it.
Confined space safety program identify all confined space and where confined space for hazard establish protection procedure to control
Okay, see that some Arabic words is written there. Mamnu ad-dukhul bidun tasrih. Without permission is not allowed to enter to there. We are writing sometime in Arabic language because the mostly people that's Saudi, they understand English, the people mostly understand. Okay. In Pakistan, what we write to there?
आप अंदर पूछे बगैर नहीं जा
दाखला
सकते। दाखला
ममनू है, विदाउट इजाजत के दाखला
मुमकिन
ममनू है,
नहीं।
मुमकिन नहीं है. If we are Urdu, we are writing to like this. But in English,
you don't go and
without permission, restricted area, not allowed to enter. Okay? These are things where different type of commands they are writing to there. Yes. And easily you can see this presentation.
Yes,
otherwise
sir.
take care and go to there. Yeah.
Set permit proceed for entry well for rescue and
Yeah.
sir, I set up slides in notes.
This one same.
During slide.
Yeah, it's okay, but we try to follow.
What is a confined space? What is a confined space? An enclosed, restricted or limited space in which hazardous substance may accumulate. An oxygen deficient atmosphere may occur. Area not designed to be occupied by humans, limited entrance and or exit. A confined space can be any size or shape. Any vat, tank, pit, pipe, duct, flue, oven, chimney, silo, reaction vessels, container, receptacle, underground, sewer, shaft, well, trench, tunnel, or other similar enclosed or partially enclosed structure that has been classified as confined space through a process of risk assessment. Some characteristics of confined space: no fresh air, ventilation, engulfment or entrapment by water or solid material, restricted entry and exit. Confined space is identified as any area with limited means of access, egress, and the area is subject to oxygen deficiency, accumulation of flammable vapor, or any airborne contaminant that exceeds established permissible exposure limited PEL. Why should I know about confined spaces? For your own safety. Every year, hundreds of workers are injured or killed in confined spaces. Accidents often happen quickly and silently. Ignorance or overconfidence is usually the cause of such accident. Workers who don't know or who underrate the dangers are at risk. Yet confident space accident can be prevented. You must know the hazards you face on the job, learn how to detect and deal with these hazards, follow established safety procedures for work in confined areas.
Hazard associated with confined space, difficult access, risk of engulfment by material inside, poor lighting, inadequate supply of breathable air, presence of combustible or toxic, presence of sustainable or coating, presence of moisture of water, presence of heat, presence of noise, presence of great amount of
Rust. Vapor air. Vapors air mixtures will ignite and burn only within a specific range of composition. The lower flammability limit, lower explosive limit is the minimum volume percent of fuel in air that will support combustion. Below the LEL, the low level limit. Low explosion limit, the mixture with air is too large. The upper flammability limit is the maximum volume percent fuel or percent of fuel in air that will support combustion, and the upper explosion limit is the maximum volume percent fuel that will support an explosion above the UFL.
Now you see, we discussed about the two things. One is a LEL, one is a huh? L. Low flammability limit. और उसके बाद है एक LEL, low explosive limit. This one LFL, UFL. Also we are using something UFL. The basic thing that we check the how when this material can start the burn. The burning start in which temperature? That one is called LFL, and the flammability limit. And the second one is lower explosive limit. What is the lowest limit when this material cannot explode? Then this one will start to explode and start to blast. That limit is not acceptable in the confined space. We checked when we are going to test, we checked also these things. If there is a inside, we want to walk inside the confined space, we must be checked if there is a LEL 0. Zero explosive limit, if there is then we can start the activity. If there is some blast material, some combustible material, some fuel like this, which one can blast, we cannot start the activity there inside. We cannot enter to there. Because we don't want to destroy it to ourselves. Understand?
Yes, sir.
That limit we check with the meter. If there is no any explorer, then we also can enter to there. Otherwise we cannot enter. This is when we are checking in the gas test, there is 4 type of meters, 5 type of meters, the different meters we are showing to you. They are showing to us, okay, this area is suitable, then we can enter, otherwise we cannot enter. Yeah, read.
Lower explosion limit, upper explosion limit. Carbon 12.5% is lower, 74.2 is upper.
For which one? Which one? See, first one, carbon monoxide have this position. Some materials, they are starting from the 1, they can explode. Sometimes they have too much capacity like this. Okay, 12.5.
Lower is 1.3 and upper is 8%. Benzene oxide 3 is lower and dirt is upper. Hexane 1.1 is lower, 7.5 is upper. Hydrogen 4 is lower, 75 is upper. Hydrogen sulfide 4 is lower, 46 is upper. IPA 2.3 is lower, 12.7 is upper. Isobenzene
Isobolus
1.8, 9.6. Methane 5.3 lower, 15 upper. Phosphine 1.6 and less than 100 is upper. And propane 2.35 is lower, 9.5 is upper. Hexane 0.9 and 6.7.
Okay, we give an example to you. This one is lower mean, if this one is less than this, there is no effect. But between this they can blast, they can get fire, they can expose. Okay? Yes. The last limit When this one is reached to 100, sometimes it's written to 100. It means when they reach to 100, they change to their body. They unappear. Nobody can see to that gas or chemical like this. Yeah.
Types of confined space exist in many settings but are especially common in storage and transport facilities. Types of confined space, for example, soils, tanks, basements, cold storage rooms, pipes, tunnels, manholes, sewers. Underground areas and enclosed spaces are the most
Now this is the definition also. Yeah.
confined space, but any space can become a confined space under certain conditions. For example, an open ditch or open topped violet becomes a confined space if air circulation inside is poor and a gas that is heavier than air accumulates at the bottom. A structure of irregular shape becomes a confined space if packets of gas or vapors accumulate where air does not circulate. Examples of confined space. This includes tanks, pipelines.
Okay, go back. I'm telling to you one small accident happened in this area. This is a Sabak pictures, which one I will included to there, Safco. And the one QC mineral, this height is more than, you can check to there how much height. This one is more than 50 feet, more than 50, more than 5 floor. And this pipeline. And the QC, he entered to there inside. That time this one is open. And QC, this Filipino guy, he entered to there, he wanted to see for inspection, he went to there. And he did not get it any permit, any standby man, he not taken. And he want to visit there, he want to check that building. At that time this one is not fixed. Entered to there inside and slipped his foot, he already fell down inside, same like coconut. Same coconut at the tree, fell down in the bottom like this. And nobody know because he did not inform to anybody. This guy is QC, quality control manager. Went to the one guy is very far. He seen that somebody is going to there, but after that he did not see. But he is not his own company employee. And there is company, they are waiting for him in the lifetime. He did not come back. And going there after, because they have a punch system. When the people are going to outside, everybody punch their card. They check to there. He did not punch and he is not inside, not outside. And the company is wondering why the person is not here. What's happening? He not come out and he is not inside also. They are looking, searching to this guy in the office, everywhere. They shout. They are searching to them. Nobody found. And the other company guys, he say, oh, I seen your QC. He is going to there. And then after that they went to there. They checked there at the part because that one is upside is open. They keep to head there and then after that they listen to some sound from inside. Like the people he is shouting this, like this. And then after that they cut the bottom from this pipe. See, this one is upside, same like there. Inside also they have this pipe turning back. They cut it to that time because nobody can enter from there. And they cut that pipe, then after that they found the person, their QC is there. They take out and then they ask, what's happening with you? You see, I want to check this area, then after that I slip and fell down. And they say, you have a permit? He say, no. Are you informed to anybody? No. Standby man with you? No. Then after that they put it up plenty to that guy. But as a human being, they send him to hospital 3 months. The guy is in hospital and his backbone is broken and he is disabled. And then after that, after 3 months, they send it back and they did not give him anything to him. They say, okay, bring your ticket from your family or your relative. If they are giving to you ticket, then we are sending to you your country. Because why you did this? Why you entered to there without permit, without anything, without standby man, nobody informed? You don't talk with anybody directly, you went to there in confined space without any permission, and he get it too much loss. His family also. If the paralyzed person going to home, what the family do? Before he is a supporting to his family. But when he gets this injury and then after that he can support, no. For this purpose, we must be keep in our mind, we never enter into the confined space without confined space entry permit. Okay? Because nobody can support. If you are a safety officer, you are a safety manager, you are a director or anything, you are doing job for the company. But if you are going to there without permission, without permit, it means you are killing to yourself and you are killing to your family also. Is it? Yeah. Vessels. This one is vessels. We keep some equipment inside, stores sometimes, materials, these are things. Yeah. Duct system, you seen the some air ducting. We have a central chiller system and then after that we are giving this cool air to all plant and everywhere. Yeah.
Hoppers.
Yes. Hoppers mean that store. We have a hoppers inside the, sometimes we are storing our maize crops, wheat crops and other crops. Sometimes we are keeping to there, that hoppers. Yes. Inlet is sometimes water is coming to there in deep area, that one is inlet. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's storage area. Yeah. Yeah. Trench 1.2 meter, that excavation, that one is also confined space. Yeah.
Boiler tube areas.
Yeah.
Silo.
This is same like store.
Physical hazards associated with confined spaces. The physical hazards in confined spaces include falling, bumping, touching hard or otherwise dangerous objects such as moving equipment and getting hit by falling objects. Confined space hazards. Hazard atmosphere, the silent killer, unsafe amounts of flammable gas, vapor, mist or dust, harmful levels of a hazardous substance. Hazard of the confined spaces, these may occur singly or in combination. Lack of communication with workers outside increases the danger. The primary hazards are toxic gases or vapors. These can poison or suffocate workers.
Suffocation means, you know, suffocate. Person cannot breathe there.
Previously done in a confined space may have produced toxic gases or vapors which still remain. Operations in progress inside a confined space such as cleaning, welding, painting, etc. can produce dangerous fumes. Some toxic gases are very dangerous.
I am showing you one small confined space in our home. Mostly we are using to there. Everybody have a bucket in home. पानी की बाल्टी हर एक के घर में है. Yes, that one is confined space for the kid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very dangerous confined space for the kids, small kids. They want to wash their hand. They are sometimes going to there and they are cleaning to their hand and they are going to there. But if the person, nobody is there, there is somebody, they are trying to enter, then after that they take a foot from there, from the bottom, then after that they are going to inside the bottom. And they can fell down. And several people, several kids they are expired. Okay? And that one is its mean, that one is very dangerous confined space for the kid. Sometimes something is for the somebody, okay? Clear? The small things also for the somebody, some areas for the some people, they have a confined space also. Small kids, the bucket is also confined space for the small kids. And the big person also, they have a water tanker, we have inside the roof, upside the roof that, but that one is a confined space for us also. If nobody is standing outside, we enter to there, maybe when we going inside, maybe some gases are there, or oxygen deficiency. And then what's happening with us? If now after that, if you are going to your home, you want to clean your tank, must be a sign that somebody is there outside. Same like this, if you are working with electricity, must be put there tag out, lag out, log out system. This one we have a topic. But yesterday you seen the accident, the person entered to there, he tried to pull the wire from the switch and he didn't hold the shoe and he held the wire and then he started to pull, then after that get a shock like this. But now next time we are not doing this type of activity. Okay?
Yes.
If you see that person is doing like this, immediate stop. Clear? Yes.
Explosion or fire, a build-up of flammable gases or vapors can burn or explode. Gases and vapors can be formed by scale or residues inside the confined space by solvents used for cleaning, decomposition of organic material, etc. A sharp or open flame can cause flammable gases or vapors to ignite or explode. Operations such as oxypropane cutting may create an excess of oxygen achievement. This increases the danger of spontaneous composition. Atmosphere danger associated with confined space. Greatest danger facing the person entering a confined space is a lack of oxygen. Several reads of the atmosphere holding less than 6% oxygen can disable in seconds and can kill in minutes. Confined space hazards. Equipment by materials, liquids,